Welcome to the Baltimore Region MarketWatch, brought to you by Real Estate Business Intelligence and MRIS Company. Let's take a look at the most recent activity in the Baltimore Region housing market, which includes these areas. As of March, the nation has recovered all of the private sector jobs lost in the recession. Between February and March, the nation added 192,000 jobs, all of which were in the private sector. Over the past 12 months, the U.S. gained 2.2 million new jobs, led by growth in professional services, leisure and hospitality, and education and health services. At 6.7%, the U.S. unemployment rate was unchanged from February. Activity in the national housing market remains sluggish, and existing home sales, new home sales, pending home sales, and housing starts were below their year-ago levels. Winter weather continued to play a role, but rising prices and interest rates may impact sales favorably in the upcoming months. In the Baltimore region, buyer activity remained steady in March. There were 2,048 closed sales, 4.6% more than last year. This is the highest March level in 7 years. But the number of new pending contracts decreased, falling 1.3% from last March for a total of 3,228 contracts. The number of homes for sale continues to rise and has now increased from the prior year for 6 months in a row. The number of active listings increased 10.7% from last year, rising to 10,659 listings at the end of March. Even with this increase, the inventory remains tight and is just over half of its 2008 peak. New listings continue to contribute to the increase in inventory and have risen from the prior year for 12 months in a row. There were 4,471 new listings in March, 8.2% more than this time last year. The median sale price declined by only $1,000 from last March to $227,500. This decrease was primarily due to the mix of sales, as each property segment had year-over-year increases in its median sale price. The median days on market for the region is now 62 days, 10 days more than this time last year, but lower than the 10-year March average of 77 days. March generally continued the winter pattern seen earlier in the Baltimore Metro Region. Closed sales increased modestly while new pending contracts decreased slightly. Seller activity continues to increase, but inventory remains relatively tight. The median price for each property segment increased, due in part to the tight inventory. After a slow winter, spring and summer should pick up and capture some of the pent-up buyer demand. That's the Baltimore Market Watch for this month. Check back next month for the latest.